Quarterback, I have a situation. Somebody tried to kill me.
Hi, I'm Maria. You're watching Fan Carpet. We're at the European premiere at Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruits, and we're here to talk to the stars of the movie. What was the chemistry like on set for this film?
It was great. Everybody was absolutely lovely. You know, I think the major reason that I wanted to do this film was for Ken Branagh, because I've been such a huge fan of his work, and he's a total hero of mine. So the opportunity to work with him, not just as an actor, but a filmmaker as well, was just something that I couldn't turn down.
I mean, I remember them all. I loved them all. I love Hunt for Red October and Fear and Presence, Some of Our Fears. They were kind of a part of my childhood. I'm a big fan of spy fiction and spy cinema, and so I was just super lucky and excited to get this part.
What was it about this film that you thought, damn it, this would really make?
Well, you know what? I love the character of Jack Ryan because it's such a different character in a genre. In any action movie, I think whether it's a spy movie or a straight action movie, normally the lead character is one who the casualties along the way don't seem to bother them all that much. You know, it's part of the job. And here's a guy who's feeling the whole time and thinking the whole time. That's a very different character and allows you to invest in him in a different way.
Lorenzo and Mace Neufeld developed the idea originally, and they took it to Ken. Lorenzo went to Ken as a director, and I've worked a lot with Ken in the past, and he asked me if I would like to do it with him. So I spoke to Lorenzo and Mace, and they didn't mind that either, so we made the film together. But I've never made a spy film, or I've never made a thriller, and I've never made a Jack Ryan movie, and so all those things made it irresistible.
Well, I'd seen the other performances, so I didn't really do it like consciously and try to, you know, copy certain things. It just, you know, I remembered what Alec had done and Harrison had done. I remember what I enjoyed about those performances, and then I really, you know, the script that we have was great and set a firm foundation of who this guy was in 2014. He was a guy that saw the towers get hit and decided to serve, and then was injured in war, and I thought that was a good kind of center point for the character.
You said that you feel like you're a feminist. Like, did you have any moment in this film where you were like, oh, I think my character should just be like wiggle herself out of this situation?
Well,
or like,
I mean, I think as far as feminism goes, do you mean that I believe in equal pay for the same job for women and a right over their own reproductive organs? Yes, I absolutely do. This is a Hollywood film with, you know, black and white characters. They are goodies, they are baddies. There is, you know, all the rest of it. So, I mean, I would also always say that a woman can do what a man can do and all the rest of it. This character isn't one. She hasn't been CIA trained. She has no idea what's going on. She's a doctor. She's dropped into the middle of a scenario where it's suddenly like, okay, either we all die or you play along. I think she very realistically deals with the situation very well, but she hasn't been trained to be a CIA killer. So what are you going to do?
Can you tell us a little bit about your character?
My character is Konstantin, and I'm the assistant of Kevin Costner, who's my boss. And Konstantin was born in Russia but grew up in America, and so that was the reason why they come together. And he's believing in the West system, and that's why he helps Kevin, the CIA, and Kevin Costner, who's my boss in this film, to fight against the bad Russian.
What did you enjoy about this character?
I mean, Konstantin or my boss?
No, about you.
Konstantin, he's a good one, and he has to help everyone. Chris, Keira, and he's fighting for his ideas, and he tries to help the CIA to get to fight against the bad Russian, because he's really bad.
She's an American, and it's the first time I played an American on screen, so that was quite nice, a nice change. And yeah, she's a very good spy. She's very good at her job, so it was kind of being very professional, much more professional than I would be.
Did you learn anything that you can use now, like pickpocketing?
Yeah, I can pick people's pockets now. Yeah, all of that stuff. I like to think.
How intimidating going in the footsteps of these great actors? Harrison Ford?
Yeah, I think at first, but then, you know, you get the script and you're like, well, I got to get to work and figure it out. So you can either think about how intimidating it is or just kind of put one foot in front of the other.
As a director?
He's fantastic. Because he obviously is an actor as well as a director, he really knows how to connect with the actors and to give really specific direction. He's very intelligent and very intuitive, so yeah, pleasure.
Oh yeah, there's definitely something political to it. I mean, I think we all feel like the world's economy is being manipulated by people that we don't quite see and know. And so in that way, it's a movie that feels very contemporary. You know, I think every one of our countries, we wonder how are rich people really taking advantage of us? Is our country really on the up and up about what they're doing? And then, so this it sort of makes a statement about that, although it's not a statement movie. It's a movie to go have some fun with.
I think the plot is very contemporary in terms of, we're talking about someone trying to engineer a financial meltdown, and nowadays those kind of things have a global repercussion, as we saw in the recent financial crisis that started or seemed to start in America and just rippled out throughout the entire world. So it's a very contemporary kind of subject, I think. So there is that message: be careful, everybody.
There was no hint of like Russian Kremlin brutalism with the statue coming up.
No. In fact, Russia was not the antagonist. It was Shravin, who happened to be Russian, and he was colluding with some figures of authority. But essentially, it was a man who had a personal grudge to bear, in that he was wounded in Afghanistan, and son was killed in Afghanistan by people fighting who were funded by America. And he had a personal grudge, and he had the wealth. Being an oligarch, he had the wealth with which to engineer the particular crisis that he was trying to engineer.
I was born in St. Petersburg. I grew up in Berlin, and now I'm here and enjoying the London, and I'm looking forward to see the movie, the final cut.
Okay, great. So you haven't seen it yet?
Not the final cut.
Okay, well, that's great. There was so much action, did anybody actually get injured, like, during...
No, man, everyone is very professional, and everything was very prepared, very well, so no one was injured.
You know any of the other Jack Ryan films before you?
I've watched them all, and one of the reasons why I wanted to get involved is I love them. So I remember the theater and the night I saw Hunt for Red October and first got invested in Jack Ryan. I've read the book since then, and it's just one of the great characters. Clancy created something that's just indelible. I think he's a character that we all wish we could be. You know, and without any superheroes or superpowers or all those other things, we kind of wish you could aspire to make the right choices that character makes.
Yeah, I guess it's a new type of Gandhi. It's a data analyst. Might be our new potential savior.
Yeah, well, it's a thoughtful man put in an extraordinary circumstance.
No, it's always a nice surprise when you get to the end and you're happy with what you've done, because you can never guarantee, even though we all start with the best of intentions. But I'm very happy with the film, and I hope that poor Tom Clancy would also have been happy with it, but unfortunately he didn't get to see it. So
there might be a sequel then.
The audience will tell us whether or not there should be a sequel, and if there is, I'd love to be involved.